My name is Monica Cheung-Fuk. I've done backing vocals for as long as I can remember, and I've been involved with, all sorts of areas of music, with playing piano, singing, arranging music directing. After my studies, I did a bit of work with musical theatre. There has to be a point where someone looks at you and is willing to listen to what you have to say, or takes you seriously, or takes time to actually see what you're about, or what you want to say, what you have to say. I learned very quickly that what I had to contribute from my own personal self was not enough. It was misshapen, it was raw, it was not fitting to the mold that people wanted it to be. So it had to change quite quickly from what I was to where I needed to be. That came with image, it came with sound, it came with being how I presented myself. That all needed to change real quick, and it was pretty much there wasn't anyone there to be like, this is how it needs to happen, this is such and such needs to be put in place for you to get this result. It just was, this isn't good enough. What are you going to do about it? So I was at a young age as well. I think that was 19, 20. I learned that. Still learning it now. It's a constant change, continuous learnings about what you have to be for corporate. There are pros and cons to what I learned. There is that mannerism of that level of professionalism that is expected of you, and there's nothing wrong with that, because image is what sells. It was good to learn those things. The downside of it, I guess, was when you go home and those things play in your head, like, was what I am not good enough for? Can I not just be what I have? Is there a reason why I'm being approached with these questions? And then there are other people around me that aren't being asked the same thing, and then it makes me feel like, maybe there's something about myself. I took that on quite personally. But then again, it comes back to knowing and understanding why those things are being said. I haven't had the experience personally for myself where I was felt threatened or in that sense, but I have seen it happen around me. It's like in particular with females. There's that real dark side of when word gets out about someone or something. It might not even be related to their craft or the industry. It's just them as a person. Negative word of mouth gets out way faster than positive. Just have a real firm grounding on what it is that you want to be as a musician, as a musician, someone in the music industry. You really have to know your roots. It's just knowledge. Just school your ass up. know what you're getting yourself into. Don't just go in there with rainbows and butterflies and sunshine and think that you're gonna get a number one hit within the next 2 weeks. It's hard work.
It must be hard out there. Ooh, it must be hard out there.
Here on your own, trying to make it in the world today. In the game, designed for losers, with to say this. taste when your only tip you bargain is your fleeting fate. It shows, and you're the